Well, everybody, Nintendo went in yesterday. Hello, everybody. What is going on? Jimmy here, back with another video. And I did not want to make my reaction to the Nintendo Direct, like, right after the Nintendo Direct happened. I kind of wanted to, like I always do on this channel, let it sit there for a while and kind of process my feelings on it. And I feel like this might honestly be one of the best directs we've ever had, right? We're going to go over all the highlights and all the surprises that I thought were necessary to talk about. If your favorite thing does not get mentioned here, let me know down in the comment section down below. If you're new, please do not forget to subscribe, and let's get started here. So I'm not going to go in any particular order here. I'm just going to be talking exactly about everything here, but I am going to go in order for the first thing because I thought it was great that they opened the show up with Fire Emblem. Now, I'd be lying if I said the Fire Emblem they showed off was the thing that I really wanted from the series. I was kind of hoping we'd be getting a new mainline installment in the series. I think we definitely have at least one more left in Switch, especially if they're saying the Switch is about halfway through its life cycle. I don't know how Nintendo's going to keep momentum going for another 5 years, but you know what? They're proving that they have the games, they have the developers, and they have the people willing to just crank out these great games. So maybe they will really actually have what it takes to keep the Switch going for 5 more years. I don't know, but either way, I think that opening the show up with Fire Emblem was a really great thing, and I thought that the Fire Emblem they were going to show us was going to be like something, like I said, a mainline game. But you know what, honestly, what we ended up getting was Fire Emblem Three Hopes, and Fire Emblem Three Hopes looks really, really good. And I think the thing with this Fire Emblem game that a lot of people were not expecting, including myself, is that it was going to be another Warriors game. It seems Koei Tecmo and Nintendo have this crazy relationship. I mean, they're just churning out these games all the time at this point. There's Warriors games coming to Switch all the time. And I like the Warriors games, I do. But like I said, would it have been cooler to get a new mainline game? Yes. But is Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes going to be bad? Not at all. I actually really like Edelgard, and I like a lot of the characters from this series. And I wonder if it's canon, because I'm not going to spoil what happens in Three Houses. I actually should make a review of Three Houses because I did play it and really did enjoy it. But basically, I wonder if it's canon because of certain events that happened in the game and how they would even line up. So let's go on to the next thing. Like I said, this was kind of a big announcement for me. Really, really did like it, but I would have rather had a mainline Fire Emblem game, but I think we'll be just fine with a Warriors game to tie us over until the next mainline installment is ready for the series. The next thing I want to talk about is the Chrono Cross Remaster, and I think that the Chrono Cross Remaster is something that a lot of people were hoping was going to get announced. Not at this Direct necessarily. I think a lot of people thought it'd be announced at a PlayStation State of Play, but nonetheless, the Chrono Cross Remaster is coming to Switch. It's definitely going to PlayStation as well. It's probably going to be on Steam, and it might even have a chance at making it to Game Pass. It just depends on how much money Microsoft's willing to hand the developers. But the thing is this is a absolute classic game that a lot of people really, really, really want. It also includes never before translated content, which I think is something that is going to give a lot of longtime players an incentive to order this version of the game, especially if they've already played it 7 times on all these different platforms and different things like that. Due to the fact they're adding content, you are going to see some crossover, and that's definitely going to bring more profits in for the developers. And I think that, you know what, honestly, if we keep supporting projects like this, we're probably going to see more of them. And I think that remasters of old games are a great thing when they're priced properly. And I'm hoping that this game will actually have a price that is proper. So the next thing I think we cannot go on any longer without addressing is Splatoon 3. Now, Splatoon 3, to me personally, looks pretty good. I'd say, it's kind of hard to tell over the compressed stream how good the game actually looks. But from what we were shown, I have to say the gameplay and everything looks really, really fun. I don't have a lot to say about this. Splatoon's one of those series that I always buy, but I just don't really have a lot to say about because I feel almost like this was the Splatoon we were supposed to get on Switch. I agree with a lot of people like RGT85 who truly think that Splatoon 2 was made for the Wii U. I think that's exactly what it was made for, and I think that when the Wii U bombed, it got ported to Switch, which is fine, but I feel like this is a proper Splatoon game for Switch, and I could not be happier to play it. It's a day one purchase for me, and I'll be excited to review the game when it ultimately comes out. The next thing is Project Triangle Strategy. This game, the more they show it off, it looks better and better. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this JRPG. It is another day one buy for me, and honestly, I think it's going to be fantastic. I loved Octopath, and I'm just assuming this is going to be, you know, just a different take on a similar game. Earthbound also. We have Earthbound now on Nintendo Switch Online, and I have actually never played Earthbound. And I know that's crazy for a lot of you, and I'm very excited because this is another game I'll be definitely playing. My backlog's kind of big right now, so don't worry, I will end up getting to it, though. I've heard great things about the Earthbound games, and now there's 2 of them hitting Nintendo Switch Online. So that's really, really cool. I could not be more excited about that, Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings. A lot of people are hyped about that, including myself here. The next thing I think was definitely very, 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 very important that we talk about is Mario Strikers. Mario Strikers Battle League looks really, really great. As someone who usually does not buy these sports games, I am extremely excited for Mario Strikers. I'd say this was one of the highlight announcements for me personally, and I can understand why a lot of people wouldn't care because it's just a sports game, but honestly, this isn't your FIFA sports game. This is like a really, really fun, you know, it has RPG elements to it. It's really, really great, and I'm very, very excited for it. Disney Speedstorm looks like another gacha game, but it is free, so I might give it a shot. I don't know exactly if I care that much, but I'm definitely going to include it on my list of things that I'm interested in and that I care about, because it is something that I kind of think I might care about. I'm just going to look into it. So that one's kind of on the fence. Definitely not something I would probably pay money for, but then when I found out it was free, you know what? I'll give it a try. Nintendo Switch Sports, looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to be able to play a game like this again. I know this is more of a casual experience, but honestly, do not let that dilute you from the fact that you'll probably be spending hundreds of hours in this playing with your friends and family. That's going to be an absolute banger. The Mario Kart Booster Course Packs. God, I don't know how to feel about this. This was like the most hype and least hype announcement of the entire Direct. Because you look at it one way, right, and you say, yes, more Mario Kart levels. But there's so many things that we're missing here. It's 48 additional courses, and I can't help but feel like I'd rather them save these 48 for Mario Kart 9. It's going to cost $24.99. They're not even going to have them all ready at once. And from what I'm seeing here, they are all remasters of older things. I don't think any of these are actually new games. And they're going to be adding content all the way through 2023. So you realize this game is going to have a near decade-long shelf life. That is incredible from the Wii U to the Switch. It's incredible, but not in a good way. It's incredible in a way of like, it's incredible that Nintendo, you know, got themselves out of their financial rut they were in, but I feel like it's time. It's time we get a new Mario Kart. It's getting a little depressing. Will I buy this? Absolutely. I'll probably have it pre-ordered by the time you are all watching this video, just because I had so many Nintendo Switch points from buying physical games that this is a nice way to get rid of them. But I would be lying if I said it wasn't a punch in the gut to us Mario Kart 9 dreamers. But you know what, honestly? What can I say? I'll be buying it. I'll be reviewing them. And just hope that they're good remakes of older levels. That's about all I can say about that. Last thing I'll be talking about in this video. Absolute last thing, right? You all guessed it. Knowing me, you know that I'm a massive Xenoblade fan. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 gets announced, everybody. Round of applause. We haven't done that in a long time on this channel, and that's kind of an inside joke on this channel, so I could not be more excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I have to say, this game is going to rock. And I'm just super, super excited for this. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, this was hands down the best announcement for me. The characters look so much better. Even though they ripped off some of the other character designs, I mean, I shouldn't say ripped off, took heavy inspiration from other video games. If you know who Flynn is, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I can see how some people would criticize these designs, but I have to say they're a big step up from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I can tell that a lot of people hated Xenoblade Chronicles 2, overly done, to say the least, character design, and, you know, a lot of people are happy to have back kind of the Xenoblade 1 style mixed with the Xenoblade 2, like, they're overstyled, but in a cool way, not overstyled in like a, God, this looks horrendous kind of way, you know what I'm saying? And I think that they look a lot better, even if they are taking serious inspiration from other series with some of these character designs. I do have to say that the characters look great. And the entire setting, the gameplay, they didn't really show much gameplay, but they showed walking around the world and stuff, and it's Xenoblade, baby. It's everything we ever wanted. After not really enjoying Xenoblade 2, I never actually fully finished the game to completion. That is something I need to do before this game comes out, because Apparently, this game ties the first game and the second game's story together, so I am going to have to finally, unfortunately, beat Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Torn of the Golden Country, just in case. I don't know about Torna if it'll be connected, but you know what? I'm going to beat them both. I'm going to get that all taken care of, and then I'll be ready for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 in September. I cannot wait. I have to say, this was the highlight of the Direct, the best moment for me, because even though I didn't really enjoy Xenoblade Chronicles 2 so much, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was hands down one of the top 10 best games I've ever played. I mean, that game, if you have not played Xenoblade Chronicles 1, what are you doing with your life? Order it on Switch. It is fantastic. And honestly, this announcement couldn't have been better. Could not have been better. This is one of the best directs we've ever had, hands down. Bar none. This is one of the best directs we've ever had. And I'm someone who's usually kind of hard on Nintendo. But when I saw Xenoblade 3 go across my screen and that standard text they always use, it just looked, yes. I was like, yes. So excited. Honestly, so excited. I think the Direct was phenomenal. Solid 9 out of 10 from me. And honestly speaking, I would say, you know what, scratch that. 9.5 out of 10, because there was a couple bummer announcements, but honestly speaking, if we're comparing this to other Directs, this was a solid 9.5 out of 10. And I think that's where I'm going to end this video. If you stuck with me all the way to the end, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching the video. Jimmy out of here. How did you all feel about that Direct? Let me know in the comment section below.